Stoic confidence meets the Atman, ancient secrets to unshakable self-belief. Philosophy spotlight, Stoicism. In its clearest form, Stoicism teaches that we do not control the world around us, but we can command our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote in his journal that the most powerful tool we own is the mind itself. He urged himself to see every obstacle as a chance to practice resilience, to breathe calmly, and to remain indifferent to external judgments. The core tenets of Stoic discipline, resilience, and the clarity of mind provide a sturdy framework for self-belief that can be combined with the Vedantic idea of Atman, the inner self that is eternal and unchanging. When the Stoic principle of accept and act meets the Vedantic conviction that we are united with the universal consciousness, we unlock an unshakable confidence that no circumstance can erode. 3 lessons that emerge from modern life are: 1. Control only what lies within your cognitive reach and let external noise fall away. 2. Practice daily reflection, journaling, or meditation to observe your thoughts without attachment. 3. Adopt the posture of an observer, neither indulging in ego nor surrendering to despair. These tools ground you when the business world demands quick decisions, when health crises strike, or when personal doubts rise. The Stoic Atman synergy promises a confidence built not on fleeting outcomes, but on an enduring inner reality. Chapter 1: The Emperor's Mirror. A story from late antique Rome tells of Marcus Aurelius, a ruler who carried a heavy crown yet kept the quiet of a hermit. When a barbarian army approached, he did not shout or cry panic. He stepped into a private courtyard, looked upon a still pond, and thought, "I am a vessel for the world's storms, but I cannot be submerged by them." He understood that his own reaction determined the tide. This narrative teaches that the greatest act of leadership or entrepreneurship is maintaining calm under pressure. It mirrors the Vedantic ideal that the Atman sits untouched in all experiences, watching the play of the mind like a spectator. Practical takeaway: when deadlines loom or conflicts surge, close your eyes for a minute, breathe deeply, and ask yourself what your reaction will be. Replace the impulse to react with a calm, deliberate response. Application for today: a startup founder faces investor scrutiny. Instead of reacting defensively, she logs her feelings, remembers her core mission, and calmly presents data. The confidence seen in her unshakable calm wins investors' respect. Conclusion: by learning to observe and regulate our internal dialogue, we turn every challenge into a chance to demonstrate Stoic serenity and Atman awareness. Call to action: if you felt the power of this pause, like this video, share it with someone who needs calm, and subscribe for more ancient insights that boost confidence. Reflective question: when confronted with a stressor, how long does it usually take you to regain composure? And what could that time window look like if you practiced Stoic calm? Chapter 2: The Monk's Whisper. In ancient India, a wandering monk once met a wealthy trader who asked why the monk seemed so at ease with nothing. The monk replied, "I have learned to quiet the mind. Every thought is a wave, and I let it pass." The trader challenged him to explain more. The monk shared a story of a desert traveler who had become so numb to the sand that when he found shelter, he realized he was always safe, no matter where he roamed. This parable illustrates the Vedantic Atman's timeless presence while echoing the Stoic notion that one's perception shapes experience. The monk's silence was a practice of non-attachment, the same calm that Stoics cultivate when facing uncertainty. Practical lesson: meditation can be as simple as setting a timer for 5 minutes, then observing thoughts without judgment. Just note them, let them pass. Modern example: a software developer experiences a system crash during a live demo. Instead of panic, she notes the error, steps back, and calmly troubleshoots. Her composure convinces the client that the product and the team are reliable. Conclusion: quieting the mind is not suppression, but recognition of the eternal self beneath thoughts. This is the secret to unshakable self-belief. Call to action: if this idea sparked a new perspective, press like, share with a fellow student of calm, and subscribe for deeper dives into ancient practices. Reflective question: in what moments do you find it hardest to let thoughts drift without attachment, and how might brief meditation shift that experience? Chapter 3: The Market's Mirror. During the Tang Dynasty in China, a renowned merchant named Li Wei sold no more than he could afford to lose. He calculated risk in pure rational terms and respected the flow of supply and demand. When a sudden flood disrupted shipments, Li did not panic. He remembered his Stoic principle that external events cannot change his internal resolve, and he pivoted to sell surplus goods via maritime routes, turning a crisis into profit. This episode highlights how Stoic resilience coupled with an understanding of Atman's connectedness to the cosmos can transform an apparent disaster into opportunity. The merchant's humility reminds us that we are participants in a larger flow, not its masters, but we can still act skillfully. Lesson for today: in a startup environment, market volatility can devastate prospects. But by analyzing data and keeping one's ego in check, Stoic, while recognizing that every shift is part of a larger market cycle, Atman, founders can adapt with bold decisions. Practical example: a business that relies on e-commerce faces a sudden spike in cyber attacks. Instead of panic, the leadership team reviews incident data, updates security protocols, and communicates transparently with customers, turning potential reputational damage into increased trust. Conclusion: the merchant story shows that self-belief is rooted not in external safety nets, but in internal clarity and the readiness to respond with grace. Call to action: if you appreciated this blend of ancient commerce wisdom and modern resilience, give this video a like, share it with your network, and subscribe for more timeless truths. Reflective question: when you encounter a sudden disruption, do you instinctively seek external reassurance or internal calm? And how can you better align your response with Stoic confidence? Chapter 4: The Dance of Balance. In a Greek myth, the goddess Artemis taught hunters to respect the rhythms of nature. Likewise, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that one's actions must be in harmony with nature's order. When a city dweller once attempted to outrun the inevitable tide, he failed, but through listening to the waves, he learned to ride them instead. The lesson we draw is that true confidence comes from aligning inner purpose with the natural order, a principle that lies at the heart of Atman, which is always in sync with the universe's rhythm. The Stoics' discipline ensures we act according to reason, never against flow. How to apply today? In leadership, one may insist on a fixed timeline, ignoring market signals. By adopting a flexible strategy, just as hunters respect animal patterns, one can pivot early, reduce waste, and capitalize on new opportunities. Concrete example: a project manager sets milestones but is willing to adjust deliverables when client feedback shifts. The result is a satisfied client and a team that feels empowered instead of constrained. Conclusion: confidence that vibrates with the universe's beat is steady, not reactive. It resists pressure by staying true to inner nature. Call to action: if this principle resonates, hit like, share with anyone who needs harmony, and subscribe for more cross-cultural insights. Reflective question: what are the external forces you feel most pressure from, and how might you listen to your inner rhythm to navigate them? Chapter 5: The Summit Within. The greatest story is of a man named Siddhartha, who after decades of asceticism and meditation found the universe not outside but inside. One night, while the stars flickered, he realized his true self. His Atman was always beyond pain. A Stoic mind would echo the same. Our souls are untouched by hardship because we perceive them as external. When he returned to the world, he blended the clarity of his meditation with the practical tools of Stoicism, guiding others with calm assurance. His confidence did not stem from authority, but from inner stillness. Takeaway for the modern reader: your most compelling voice comes from a place where Stoic calm and Atman wisdom meet. Speak, act, and lead from that center, not from desperation or excess pride. Example in a personal context: a recent graduate decides to pursue a career in public health. Facing interview rejections, she practices daily self-reflection to understand her emotions without letting them dictate her future. Her steady mindset attracts mentors who value resilience, and she quickly finds a role making a real difference. Conclusion: when we merge Stoic confidence, a disciplined, rational interior, with Atman's recognition of the eternal self, we create a self-belief that can weather any storm. This is the secret the ancients guarded, and now it is available to all who seek it. Call to action. If you felt your self-confidence expand, please like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into timeless truths. Reflective question. Do you see your daily challenges as external obstacles or opportunities to practice inner stillness? How can you consciously choose to view them as such? End of script.